Here's something a little bit odd. You're browsing magazine stands looking for inspiration, and suddenly your eyes catch a gleaming cover with the words Architectural Digest. Intrigued, you flip through the pages expecting insightful takes on innovative structures. Instead, you're bombarded with articles like Inside the Kardashian Kloset and 10 breathtaking bathtubs for billionaires. What happened to the buildings, the structures, the actual architecture part of Architectural Digest? To get to the bottom of this, we have to peel back the layers and understand what a building is. So before we get to the why, let's discuss the when. The year is 1920. A man named John Coke Brassfield launches a trade directory named The Architectural Digest, a pictorial digest of California's best architecture. It was a treasure trove of California's finest residences, complete with interiors and exteriors of the residences, along with floor plans, things that you need to actually understand the architecture of a space. Fast forward to 1963, it changed its subtitle from Pictorial Digest of California's Best Architecture to a Pictorial Digest of Outstanding Architecture, Interior Design and Landscaping, and the subtitle was altered to The Quality Guide to Home Decorating Ideas, and in 1971 to the Connoisseur's Magazine of Fine Interior Design, and in 1976 the International Magazine of Fine Interior Design, and jumped to 2016 under the new leadership of Amy Astley. The magazine expanded its empire. We're talking a full-blown social media presence, a hit YouTube series called Open Doors that we've probably all binged at some point. So what started as a trade directory in architecture in the 1920s has blossomed into a multimedia empire which covers mostly interior. But we still have to answer the question of why this happened, because architecture and interior are definitely not the same thing. And to be honest, as someone who trained as an architect and who loves to do interior design work, there's really not much crossover during the parts when you're training. We actually had way more contact with structural engineers and urban designers, and only when I started working did I get exposed to interior design as a field. So if there's such a big difference between these two fields, why did Architectural Digest make the change and essentially became Interior Design Digest? According to Stuart Brand's book, How Buildings Learn, a building can be broken down into 6 distinct layers: site, structure, skin, services, space plan, and stuff. The site is the geographical setting and urban location of the building. It's the most permanent and unchanging aspect of architecture with the capacity to outlast many generations of buildings. The structure includes the building's foundational and load-bearing elements. The structure determines the building's longevity and is designed to last decades, although few buildings surpass the 60-year mark. The skin is the exterior surface, the facade of the building, and it changes around every 20 years or so to keep up with fashion and technology, or generally repair and maintenance. The services encompasses the essential systems that make a building functional, like electrical, plumbing, ventilation, elevators. These components require regular updates around every 15 years or so. The space plan of a building is to do with the interior layout, where ceilings, walls, floors, and doors go. The last layer, called stuff, is also the most transient layer. It consists of furniture, appliances, personal items that occupants normally bring into a space. This layer changes the most frequently, often reflecting people's personal tastes, trends, and immediate needs of the building's users. This layered approach to understanding buildings plays a crucial role in explaining the evolution of Architectural Digest content. If an affluent household wants to remodel their home and upgrade their living conditions, it's much more likely that they will change the position of the walls and doors and buy new furniture than to alter the facade of their house. So it makes sense for the magazine to focus more on the most fleeting layer of the building, which is the stuff layer. People like to personalize their spaces, and interior design lets everyone do it quickly, easily, frequently. The magazine tapped into this desire because it had broader appeal, and also it makes advertisers the most amount of money. Follow people's attention and also follow the money. While the architecture part might not be so prominent in their magazine, I do appreciate their YouTube series, which is beginning to cover more about buildings. And interior design is very fun and interesting. It's arguably the layer that we interact with the most, because the colors, materials, finishes are things that people see and touch on a daily basis. So it really changes how you feel in the home. If you found this topic interesting, you might want to check out some of my other design related videos. And if you need some design help with your home and Architectural Digest is not enough inspiration, I also offer virtual design consultations, so drop me an email and I hope I can help you out. My email address is down in the video description below. Or go onto my website, there's also information on that. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again next week. Bye!